Calvy Gaming. I stream. I have a YouTube channel. I do lots of different things. Hopefully, you're seeing this on my YouTube channel, but Twitter as well. What this game is it's called Scion. We were playing Scion First Edition, which, as I've said in the past 2 videos, is effectively Percy Jackson, the role-playing game. The main book has 6 pantheons, Greek, Aztec, Loa, and then other books have the Tuatha De Danann, the Celestial Bureaucracy, and then there's another book that has the Indian gods. So it's very expansive and can be, kind of customized a bit. But yeah, it's the adventures of the children of gods, essentially, and that's what this is all about. So, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Van, aka Thousand Young. I also do lots of things. I am an indie game developer. I also stream my indie development journey, as it were, on Twitch, doing my pixel art. My character, LD, is the child of Dionysus. He's well, pretty much a rock star of half Greek, half British descent. And um, let's say I'd um, um, I'd like to stop here and let everything else be a mystery.
Okay. Sounds good. Um, okay, so that's one thing that I don't have up yet. Roll20. We're using Roll20 for this because I don't know how to use anything else yet. So the scene is, in your backstory, which is very expansive.
Yeah,
Man needs to write books. So you are in your favorite apartment.
one of my favorite
One,
apartments because
true.
I'm filthy rich as well.
Yep. Your one of your favorite apartments, the one that your uncle gave you when he died, I think.
No, that's not the one, but sure.
It is now. Uh,
Yeah, we're at
I didn't say
convicts.
which uncle.
Yeah,
A
I can
different uncle
have
gave you a
multiple.
different apartment. That uncle's still alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so, you're probably having your post-coitus cigarette.
Basically, I have my post-coitus, post-hangover, waking up session. I would.
Well, this is before you go to sleep. This is, you're because in your thing it's I gotta piss. So this is you're probably having your
Ah,
cigarette
all right,
and then
sure.
going, probably naked. Um,
As
because
one does.
it's your house, so who's gonna stop you? Um, so yeah, you have your lovely lady. She's appears to be asleep in bed. So yeah, you're walking down the hall probably to your probably expansive bathroom with a jacuzzi, big old jacuzzi tub, and enough for
Yeah.
5 or 6 people to fit comfortably in for whenever you have parties.
Yeah. So there's a cigarette hanging from my lips as I, you know,
Yeah,
do what I went
yeah.
there to do.
You take care of your business. Wash your hands because that's important. Um, as you are leaving the bathroom, you're like, all right. You're a little awake because you had to walk down, and you hear. Um, it sounds like it's hard to. It's the sound of somebody in like a chair. Like the creaking ish of
Hmm.
somebody
Hmm.
sitting and moving around, kind of in a chair.
Yes,
Um,
there's a large bamboo chair right by the window.
um, I assume you have a bar,
Yes, of course I do.
so it is coming from your bar area, and you hear kind of clinking of glass and liquid being poured.
Fancy the nightcap then? I say, expecting the lady to have, you know, woken up and pouring herself a drink.
I drink when it is a deep man voice. Uh, I drink whenever I want. Nightcap
And
be
who
damned.
and who might you be? I say,
Are you walking
extinguishing.
out into the?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Walking into the main hallway that leads into
Okay.
the large room that serves as both my bedroom, my studio, my bar, and my living room.
So it's a studio apartment.
Uh, yeah, technically you could say that. Yeah,
uh, that is not technically wrong. Um,
yeah.
yeah. So you'll walk into the area and at your bar sitting in. Would you have stools?
Yes, I
Probably
have
some
stools. Yeah,
stools.
yeah, yeah.
Probably nice, comfortable stools. Well worn stools, but definitely that worn in comfort.
Hmm.
Um, and there's a about 6 foot. I mean, he's sitting, so it's a little hard to tell, but he's very um, he's kind of broad. Got big shoulders. Um, Dressed really nice. Like a businessman, but um, he carries himself well. He's got um, like a like a strawberry blonde, like a little bit darker than strawberry blonde. Um, hairdo and back, and he's got some facial hair, um, same color, maybe specks of gray, just because different people. I mean, mine's a little gray, and it always has been for some reason. And he's sitting at your bar. Uh, he has a nice cigar, and you see a glass, and next to it is a very fancy looking flask, and he's
Hmm.
just sitting there, smoking a cigar and drinking. And you probably have stuff around the room, so he's probably just looking at
So, who
different
are you?
things.
I didn't know the record label had keys to my apartment.
Um, I'm not from the record label, and uh, because of a very nice friend of mine, I have keys to a lot of places,
Hmm.
and he'll pat you know one of the seats.
All right, I'll bite. I sit next to him and I look at him intently.
He'll grab a glass. He'll pour from his flask into the glass. He'll slide it over to you. He'll pour more into
I
his glass.
I catch it, uh,
Clink,
clink.
and he'll drink some.
I I make a point of drinking a very, 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 very tiny sip,
Um,
basically, and then pointing around the bar and say, "You do know that I'm very, very rich and I can afford all the best booze in the world. I mean,
so you take a sip, and considering your kind of your lifestyle, I would
hmm.
say you probably take another sip, probably take a
Hmm.
third sip if you're like, all right, I'm trying to, but like because it is
All right,
literally whatever your favorite alcohol, like the perfect alcohol that like it's perfect to you.
all
Like
right,
however you like whatever alcohol you like, however you like it made, like this is the perfect ever time. Like you've never had it taste this good.
okay." So I think about saying that and being snarky at him, but then I go, "Oh, oh," and
He'll drain half
my
of
eyes,
his, and
yeah, just pop wide open, and I look at him more intently, but not with
he will
any.
slide the flask and spin it around, and on the back it has the symbol of Dionysus.
Kierowakje,
This uh,
I say to him.
he probably speaks Greek, but I don't. So
I said, "Hail Bacchus."
uh, I could see how you think that. I am your brother, not your father. Considering who our dad is, are you surprised?
No, you look the part, if anything.
Well, you know,
So I proceed to hug him.
he'll hug you back. You know, give you a good old hug.
Here's to our father.
Here's to our father. Um, I assume you, from what I have kept track of you, you like to tell people that you are the son of Dionysus, right? If I'm
I mean,
remembering correctly,
no, no, no.
you
I don't
don't tell people.
I don't tell people, but my character is very well aware of that, and he
Oh,
has a
okay,
small
okay,
circle of people who are devout to Dionysus that actually know that my heritage and
okay,
have informed me of it since. No,
okay. So kind of rewind, I guess. It would be more like I am I fuck my brain is blah. Yeah, it's just you've told people, people know, and so I know. I mean, not like our dad would keep it a secret.
yeah, it's not like him.
Correct. So, do you understand what the significance of that means?
Yes, I do.
That
I
we
didn't expect it to go down that way, but I was more thinking of ancient temple, some ritual where I'm inducted into the mysteries of our father, but drinking at a bar, albeit one at my own place, is fitting enough for our
don't worry,
father.
you can drink all you want at my bar. Uh, oops, hit my desk with my bottle.
That shit's really good, isn't it?
It is. What does yours taste like?
Oh, I see. Well, it looks like whiskey or some other spirit like that, but it tastes. I don't know if I can place it. It's a bit like wine, but very rich and deep and dry, just like I like it. But then there's this sweet aftertaste, like grapes that have been plucked from the vine just this very instant.
Or like that one time when you were like 14 or 15, got into somebody's stash of alcohol and you
Yes,
just drank some and you're like, oh man, this is the best.
yeah.
Yep.
Auntie Amanda had, of course, yeah. You would know that. Yeah,
Oh, I don't keep track of your life. We're related on our dad's side, not on. So,
yeah.
I've
No, no,
been
no.
so
I'm saying that not know it in a mundane sense.
mm, yeah. It's definitely a common it's a common thing that gets people going on down the road of drinking. Generally, it's you find something you like and then you keep drinking it. And thankfully, our father gifted me with this among other things, and he'll pat his the inside, uh, like his chest pocket, essentially, like where you see a really big bulge. But he'll pat there, um, so you understand that you're a Scion,
Yes,
and
that much is obvious.
that the job of Scions who have been visited, and once they are given their gifts from their parents, it is kind of generally their job to protect people, uh, civilizations, the planet. It's kind of a grand and small scale depending on we work. I mean, I work on a more grand scale than some of my friends, but one of my friends does really incredible work in the small area that he does it in. So it's you do what you can. Sometimes that's helping find missing children. Sometimes that's financing shelters for people, and then building apartment complexes to home said people, so that you can take care of the homeless population. Or as much as we like partaking, we also understand that it's not everybody can handle it as strongly or as diligently. So we make sure that we take care of people that have fallen on hard times and have a problem with substances, because it's you want to enjoy it for what it is. You don't want to. It's not. It doesn't. If it's a compulsion, then it ruins the experience. So it's more enjoying it instead of feeling that compulsion to do it. So want to make sure that we help people. Uh, stuff like that. But it also comes with, sometimes you got to fight things. Sometimes the Titans spawn, show up, and you got to show them that you're not to be fucked with. So
I see.
um,
Well, if anything, I see my entire life up to now as service to our Father.
that seems fair.
And I include everything in it: the parties, the drugs, the booze, the sex, the art. And I just show towards the, gesture towards the back of the room where I keep
Mm-hmm.
an assortment of very, very expensive looking musical instruments.
Ah, yes. How do you feel about jazz? You a fan of jazz?
Yes, it is one of the manifestations of the muse that I enjoy.
That's good. Um,
By the way, you mind if I bum one of those? And I point towards his cigar.
oh yeah, and he'll reach in his his other pocket, and he'll pull out a cigar, and you know uh,
I proceed to light my
yeah, he'll
cigar.
he'll cut it for you. He'll light it for. Well, he'll light it for you because he has
Okay.
matches. He'll light it for you because my understanding is it tastes better if you light it with a match versus a lighter. Although he probably has a fucking like a Bic, like a nice Bic lighter. Uh, um, yeah, so this is going a lot smoother than I was expecting.
What were you expecting, brother?
Some people aren't as cooperative. You know, just because you're the son of a god doesn't mean that. I don't know. It's egos, pride.
Eh,
It's a whole thing.
I have a lot of that, but
So,
why let it get in the way of?
I didn't want to beat your ass. I didn't. I was hoping this would go this way.
Like you could. Oh, you probably could.
Uh, I could,
I believe you in
and if
that.
I couldn't,
I, I'm
I
I'm
have
more
I
of
have
the lover type.
I have friends who could.
I mean, yes, so do I, but
I guess it's technically your cousin, second cousin. It's convoluted. Um, I want you to roll. Okay, so how it works? We figured this out. Uh,
let me pull up my
okay, you're not Kevin.
character. Yes, no,
You're
I'm
Dennis.
very much not
You,
Kevin.
you gotta change your name,
Yeah.
Dennis.
I mean, it's technically not completely unacceptable, but
Okay,
well,
so you're gonna need to.
LD.
So you're gonna roll perception. So you go over perception. It'll turn black. You will click on it, and it'll say input value modifier question mark. You will add your awareness, which is 2. So you put 2,
And submit.
then submit. Yep. Oof. Oof. Okay. You don't hear anything. You're sitting there. You're kind of enjoying the. You're like, oh man, because it's a really nice cigar too. You're like, oh shit, dude. Oh, like you just.
I'm just
you
enjoying.
just did your business and you party a lot, but you're like, this is
this is
nice.
some different form of
it's
experience.
it's very relaxing. It's just I mean, especially because you feel it's a little hair of the dog, but type of situation that you're like, all right, so you get the kind of the vibe and buzz back, and it's a nice tasting cigar. Let me roll. Let's see. Really wish I had character sheets. Let's see, 60 is a 10. All right, let's. He will look over at your bed. Is your friend not asleep?
Is she not? I thought she was.
You will see, like, you're looking over and, you see the form, but you see kind of like the glow of a phone. And now that he's kind of directed it towards you, you hear talking.
For the life of me, I can't remember her name. I whisper to him.
That's fair. Been there.
Lady, miss. Hello? Hi.
Maybe try.
Yes.
Maybe try. Hey, beautiful, I see you're up.
I do it as contrived as I can. Hey, beautiful, I see you're up. Does she respond?
Yeah, she'll look up. I mean, you were drinking and but she looks a little different than what you remember.
As in?
She looks a little more wild, not in a like exciting way. Um, yeah, she looks a little more unhinged than like she's twitching a little bit and.
Are you having a reaction to the alcohol?
And she will. I should actually probably look it up because I'm sure there's probably pictures. I'm basing it off of what's in the book, and there's probably better pictures online. These are terrible pictures. No, there's no specific explanation. Yeah, she just some like liquid is kind of like coming out of her mouth. Her teeth look more jagged.
So I look over to my brother and say, you got an explanation for that?
That makes sense. You haven't been triggered yet. Calvin's probably mispronouncing it. Be like, yeah, I've run into many of these in my time. Maynards.
Maynards. Yeah.
She's one of those.
Really? I thought they were more on our side.
They like my experience is yes, but they also like the flesh of Scions.
Oh,
You hadn't turned yet, so she probably was interested because of your potential. But now
okay.
that I'm here, she's looking for some man flesh, and not in the good way.
Oh, I see. So what do we do?
Unfortunately, we have to take care of her.
I see.
But that would require you to at least be clothed, possibly, and equipped. He will pull out of his jacket. He will pull out your thrysis.
Thyrsus.
Thyrsus.
Yeah.
He'll pull out your thyrsus. You're gonna want this.
Ooh. I'm a wizard, apparently.
When you grab it, it starts to glow in like Greek letters, kind of from where your hand appears, like Greek letters, like glowing Greek letters, kind of slide up the shaft. What do you know? Whatever and down.
Mhm.
Essentially encompassing the whole thing, and then there's kind of a, and then kind of the light goes out. Um,
Uh, do I feel anything? Does anything change in my perception of things, in
um,
my mind?
because you only went charisma
Hmm?
for your epic stats,
Yeah.
you're feeling a
I'm very
lot.
pretty.
You're very that's you're feeling a lot smoother than you were before. You're like, I've always been kind of smooth, but I'm feeling real smooth. You're like,
Hmm.
man, you know how I should have said, be like, hey, beautiful, I see that you're awake. You're like, man, that's how I should have said it 2 minutes ago. Like, you're like, damn, So yeah, you're feeling a lot. You're vibing a lot smoother with your charisma because that's what you have. 2 dots in epic
Mhm.
charisma. Um,
Mhm.
but I mean, um, you feel you're like also I would say a little bit of your brain because that's where all your artistic creativity, So you're like, this will make a killer song, and you're already like thinking of the chords and the
Mhm.
words and whatnot. So you're like, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, like so. That kind of it. So it's the arete you're kind of kicking in is you're like,
Mhm.
yeah, I could definitely okay. So but while you're doing that, like her eyes like actually get bigger. She's like two, and she kind of stands up and then starts kind of like moving rapidly.
I start to move backwards and get behind my considerably beefier brother. So,
Is this not your problem?
uh, it appears it's both our problem.
He pulls out. He reaches in and he pulls out the gaudiest gun you have ever seen. It's a desert eagle, like
Uh huh.
it's a
Yeah.
big desert eagle. It's super gaudy, like gold plated, like engraved, and it's just this super pompous fucking gun. And he just pulls it out and just a roar of thunder, and you see she disappears. And
Where'd she go?
I don't mean like a like explodes. Like you see the bullet rip into her, and then she's gone.
Is that the thing with Maynards?
No,
I
well,
ask him.
that happens whenever I shoot him with my gun.
Oh, it's the gun then.
It's the
I
gun.
see.
Yeah, much like the
Mm.
flask, it does its own little thing.
Uh huh. I
She'll be
see.
back
Cause
in a day.
back here,
Yep,
cause I wouldn't want like here.
like here.
Uh, I'm guessing you have a plan where I'm not here,
Yes.
right?
I can handle myself in a fight, but like I said, we have some people that are better at it.
Okay. I'll call my people to come and clear out the place. because especially the guitars.
I would say again roll perception awareness.
Attributes, and perception. With a modifier of 2, right?
Correct.
Submit.
Jesus Christ! God, the narrative is me telling you what's happening. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. God, this is it's funny. It's hilarious to me because everybody else was at least moderately successful or just not like dead even. So you're just way in the other direction. It's that hangover, my man.
Yeah. We can always blame it on the booze.
Sure, that's what we're doing.
Cat nicked me a bit.
There you go. Okay, so he'll do like an eyebrow and be like, "You'll call your friends." Is that? And he'll like he'll walk over to the window, like still a cigar. Like I mean, he's just switched hands, so he's got the drink and the cigar in one hand. He's got the gun in the other. He's like, "So those aren't your friends then?"
Those? Who are you talking about?
He like points out your window.
I look out.
You see 4. I don't know what the street looks like exactly, so I'm kind of.
It's a large pedestrian way. It's cobblestone.
Okay. The road is.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. But cars can go on it.
No, not anymore.
Okay. So that makes it a bigger deal. That makes it a bigger deal that there are now 4 sizable SUVs, like, pulled up in front of your property.
Yeah. I've been gone a little while, but I think that's legal. Like they're not supposed to be here. I mean, not that illegal ever stopped me, but So to answer your question, no, these are not my friends.
Awesome. And just to get some more rolling in, I will say, because you're kind of unobservant, he'll kind of like, oh shit, and he'll kind of throw himself back. Your window just fucking like, because I'm picturing it as kind of like bay windows.
Yeah, sort of like, it's not a bay window per se, but it's a large, balcony door type of thing. But
yeah,
it
that's
goes,
kind of what I meant. Yeah. So he's like, oh shit, and he throws himself back as just bullets start ripping through the glass. So I'm gonna need you to roll a dexterity and athletics.
Let me check my athletics, which I probably have no.
You have 1 athletics.
I have 1 athletics, so I modifier is 1.
Yep.
Okay. Submit.
Oh, their stats are way better than I thought they were going to be. Nice. Nope. Oof. Yeah, you're going to get hit. We'll say it's... Okay. It doesn't really matter, because both of the... We'll say it's M16s. So have to roll... Alright, so you will take 4 wounds, which if you go to combat, that'll so you click on it and you put an X for in 4 of the boxes, starting from the top.
Okay. X, 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 X.
Which means that you now have -2 to all your rolls.
Uh-huh. I see.
Um,
As if I wasn't rolling low
that's
enough.
true. I'm gonna say I want you to roll another, just because another perception awareness. Hopefully before the -2, we'll say. Kind of as
Okay.
you're like you like look and you're like, oh shit, and kind of you're dodging back as well.
Trying to type the two without the cat
Yeah.
grabbing my. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
All right. Now we can talk. Submit.
You only rolled. Oh, is it because of the -2? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It gave me the
Okay, you're right.
-2.
Roll. Make it +4 then. Roll it again with a +4, just to counteract the -2 from wounds.
So that's perception. That
Correct.
I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So +4 instead of +2,
4.
just to counteract the
Okay.
-2. I'm gonna count that 7. I don't know why
All
it's
right.
not counting as 7, but um, you're doing great. Um, so
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead before session 0.
no, you just be bloodied all hell at the beginning of it. Um, you notice, like, as you're dodging, like you see,
Mhm.
like you see, like you both kind of notice. He just notices before you, and he's able to that some people had gotten out of the vehicles and were, But I mean, it's dark. You're a little hungover.
Mhm.
They're wearing black, so you didn't quite see them, and then they shoot at you. But you see from behind the to the SUVs, these you don't even understand how they were hiding because they're like 10 feet tall. These just monstrous things, one eye, and they're just like start walking, and you see what I mean. You assume it could be a woman, to be fair, but you see a person. You can only barely see because how the darkness is and some lights. The flash of the rifles.
Mhm.
You see part of a man. We'll say the like this down of what looks to be a man. Like I said, it appears to be from this far, a man in a blue suit, and he's looks like he's directing uh, the two Cyclopses. Uh, and
I, I first of all check with the corner of my eye to see if my guitars are.
yeah, because they were shooting up. So
Yeah, yeah.
so
What
I mean,
shape my guitars are in? Like, but there's shrapnel and glass.
yeah, I mean everything seems okay. They were aiming for you, and
Yeah.
kind of the glass. They were not. I mean it's also like I said, it's the angle, so they probably tore into the
Hmm.
roof,
Hmm. Hmm.
and you.
Yeah.
Um, so I forgot he would have introduced himself, and I totally
No, 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 no. That's something that I deliberately did not
okay,
ask yet.
fair enough. Uh,
So I say, you, brother, Mister, Sir.
my name is Coleman.
Okay, Coleman.
He will in he will grab. I mean, you're not wearing anything, so he grabs like how you would grab like a toddler, like right under their
Uh
arm,
huh.
and
Uh
he
huh.
kind of throws you onto the bed.
All right.
It's like you're probably gonna want to put on some clothes. And after like while he's doing that, he pushes. He has like one of those wireless headsets. Pushes his ear, pulls out his gun, and then just starts firing like at cover fire type of thing. You're Sam. Yeah. Send in Tommy if you wouldn't mind. We can't handle this.
I get frantically dressed, uh, and yeah, in really mismatched clothes. I probably put on the Maynard's top or something.
And also be like, also, he's injured, so we're gonna need you on that. Some bullet wounds and some glass. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, you throw on whatever. Like, there's probably a pile on the floor, and you just fucking
Yeah,
grabbing
yeah.
stuff. You probably put on a shirt like upside down, and you're like, fuck. Like, you put it on right.
No,
Um,
I'm pretty sure I put on the maintenance top.
yeah. You put on your pants backwards, 2 different shoes. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Um, uh, where would you have open wall space?
All right. Um, everywhere but the window, basically.
Well, I mean, you have like your. I assume your guitars are on the wall.
The guitars are,
And,
right
and,
next
and like
to the
paintings
window.
and stuff like. So wherever there's
There,
a.
there,
Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
there's a large painting above the bed. Other than that, there's not much. Maybe the odd bookcase or something, but mainly the walls are empty.
Okay. Uh, so we'll say from. I don't know. We didn't decide what direction this building is facing. Uh,
It's facing towards the Acropolis.
so north,
That would be.
northeast, or I don't know exactly where it is. And this is me basing it off of Odyssey. So to be fair, so I'm a little.
Let me check actually.
We'll just say that the south. You have the south wall.
Okay.
Because it's not super important. I was just trying to.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. Immersion and
Exactly.
whatnot.
So this in the south wall, a a doorway appears, like a shadowy doorway just appears, and out of it walks this. Hold on, I have his description right here. Um, he is 6 feet tall, a stocky 225 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes, very beefy, and he is wearing like tactical armor and like um, an actual Greek an old Greek helmet, not a
Yeah.
not a Kevlar vest.
Corinthian helmet
Yeah,
type of thing.
he's wearing one of those. He's wearing normal modern armor, but he's got that because that covers more of your face than a normal helmet does. Um,
Hey, Coleman. Ow, is that Hercules?
okay, I specifically I know you said that Google Translate is shit, but I've still tried. Yasuk Zaldev.
Nope.
Okay,
Yasu is correct. Zaldev.
I mean it starts
It
with an
doesn't.
X, so I probably might be pronouncing it right.
Axaderfe.
Yes, he says hello, cousin.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Yasu Xaderfe.
Yeah, it. Like I said, I made the attempt.
Fair.
Yep. And I knew you said that Google Translate was shit, but I was like, it's oh my god. And I should have looked it up before, 20 minutes before I game. Uh, but
I'm just like, oh.
and he just
Yeah.
he walks out like he has on his Corinthian helmet you see stamped emblazoned on it is the symbol of Ares. And yeah, it's like hello cousin, like in perfect Greek. Because he actually speaks Greek.
Yeah.
And then he literally walks to the shattered, windows and the balcony and leaps off.
What the fuck is he doing?
He's gonna take care of them for us.
I mean, uh, Cyclops in the center of Athens? What the fuck is going on here?
Um,
That door thing?
yeah, that's Sam. The door's not Sam. Sam does that. You'll meet him. He has to patch you up.
That hurts so much.
Like he'll pick you up. Like cradles you. um, I mean, he's like I said, he's kind of tall, so you can see out, and you see, I mean, his name is Tommy. It's been established that that guy's name is Tommy, because I'm terrible with names. And he's just going to fucking town. Like, you see, like, one of the mercenaries, like, go flying in the air. Like, you see, like, embedded into one of the SUVs is a Cyclops, like, and it's, like, pulling itself out. And he's just going ape shit and just wrecking everything.
By the way, the location is very central in Athens. It's like, you know, and you would expect not only locals but tourists as well. So I'm
Probably.
guessing it's creating quite the mayhem.
Yeah, I mean, there's most likely some screaming, but he's handling it. Like, bullets are, like, they're firing at him, and they're just bing, 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 like, bouncing off of his armor, off of his helmet. And or if they're going through it, doesn't look like they're phasing him all that much.
That boy can fight, right?
Uh, he is the son of Ares. Ask him about one of his war stories, and he will. Is there anything else you need? Like,
Right.
he is cradling you.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably haven't been shot that many times in your life. So, I mean, I haven't been shot any times in my life, but you said you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we get to somewhere less bullety, please?
Sure thing. And he will. The doorway is still there, and he will step through the doorway, and you will appear on the other side. He's still carrying you, and you are in a hotel lobby. I mean, it's a nice hotel lobby. You will see. I forgot to describe the other person yesterday. The first person. Damn it! I had her description. She has, like, coppery skin. She's about 5'11", dark auburn curly hair. You can't really see her eyes, but they're hazel. She looks mixed. Yeah, and she's standing there, and behind her is a man that's about. I have his height here. 5'7", so he's actually shorter than she is, with, like, sharp features, like dark hair, wearing, like, a security uniform. Beside them is a man. It looks like he's in his, like, mid-20s. Looks Asian. I'm sure he has a description, but I don't know if he put it in there. Nope. He could describe what he looks like better, but it's
Right.
Nelson's character
Yeah,
standing there. Behind him is a blonde woman, kind of short, 5'3". She looks athletic. She's wearing, like, it's kind of like this business casual / bike messenger type of vibe. Like, you could see her legs are toned all to shit. Like, she looks like she's in shape. And standing in front of all of them is a redheaded girl. It's like, Mr. Lefty. Check. And then that is where we're going to end it.
All right. As I bleed profusely. Anime style.
Anime style.
Geysers of blood.
All right. So, thank you, Van. It was a blast. Thank you, whoever's watching this. Make sure you come and check us out March 20th if you are watching this before March 20th, or hopefully you have been checking us out if this is after March 20th. You will see more of these incredible roles. You'll learn more about... the best part is you'll learn more about who the Sam guy is at some point. If you've watched all of them, you already kind of know a little bit about the other two NPCs. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you soon.
All right.